104.5 The Zone. Brent Doherty, Don Davenport, Ron Slay. Ian Rapoport at the table now. National Insider for NFL Network and NFL.com. Ian, what's up? How are you, man?
What's up, guys? How you doing?
So at this point during Super Bowl week, like how many text messages do you get during a day?
You know, it's Super Bowl week is different because like my crazy time. It's like people are like, "This is your Super Bowl," and it is literally the Super Bowl. But for me, it's really like coaching search, which is like 4 weeks, which is sort of just wrapping up.
Yeah.
And then, you know, free agency is crazy. Franchise tag stuff is crazy. Before the draft is crazy. This is an interesting, weird news time. And like a lot of the stuff is kind of wrapped up. I mean, there's like little stories here and there, but a lot of the stuff is wrapped up. So it's more like logistics of like getting from place to place, you know, as opposed to like crazy news.
Yeah. So what do you think about what the Titans have done with their front office with Chad Brinker now solidly having hand there, and then Mike Borgonzi, Dave Ziegler, Reggie McKenzie, a couple of former GMs to help.
Yeah, I mean,
what do you think?
You know, first of all, really, really good front office, really good personnel minds. You know, I think Chad is different from a lot of them. He's not the GM, I think president of football operations is the title, but you know, a lot of really successful teams have that top guy, business-minded, analytics-minded, minds the money. You know, does he scout the players? Like, no, but he's in charge of all of it. And I think, you know, there's a lot of really good teams who have that structure. The Rams do, the Lions do, several of them.
The Chiefs do.
You know, Chiefs do for sure. And, you know, I think very, very highly of Chad Brinker, and I think people around the league do as well. And, you know, the kind of work he's had to do, just building out that personnel department, analytics department, technology, use of AI, health and nutrition, all that stuff. You know, that has, I think he'll do a really nice job. I personally like Rand Carthon a lot. He is a great guy. I've known him for 15 years. I understand the business. That sucked to hear. It just sucked. I was, you know, he's in a good place now, but I was, you know, kind of sad for him.
Were you surprised that the team made that move?
No. You know, now maybe it was, you know, might it have been a year kind of before I thought maybe, but like being a GM is not for everyone. I think he could be a successful GM. I really do. But I think, you know, it definitely seemed like what they were looking for, what the organization wanted, was someone who was not Rand. And, you know, again, like that sucked to see, but considering the people they hired, the quality of the people and the professionals they hired, like, I think the Tennessee Titans are in a really good place. You know, like, Mike Borgonzi is among the most respected personnel minds in the NFL. He happens to be a great guy, not that that matters, but he really, really is, and helped build the Chiefs. I mean, with creativity, with drafting well, with signing not splashy free agents, but really smart free agents. I mean, you're going to look on the field Sunday, and you're going to be like, Juju Smith-Schuster, Kareem Hunt, DeAndre Hopkins, Samaje Perine, all veterans added during the season for no money who are key contributors. That's how you be a professional. That's how you be a personnel chief. So, and he works hand in hand with Brett Veach. I think he's going to do a great job. And then, you know, Reggie McKenzie's one of my favorites. He's, you know, really smart scout, schooled well, smart scout. And Dave Ziegler, I think, you know, in a different team would have been a really, really good GM. The Raiders are a little bit of a different story, but you know, I would have a hard time. I would have a hard time finding a more qualified personnel staff around the league than what the Titans have.
So, that being said, what is kind of the, I guess, the overall thought? Because we're in a bubble, right? We're in Nashville,
sure.
But the overall thought of the Titans franchise and where they are in ownership and how it's all going. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you looking at these hires and the people that wanted to come and interview for these jobs.
Oh, this is a great job. This is great.
Like,
whatever that happens, whatever they end up doing, you know, they had the number one pick, which is a lottery ticket no matter what choice they make. Building a stadium. Everybody loves Nashville. I love Nashville. It was a place that a lot of people wanted to be. Yeah. And, you know, I don't know the answer to this, and I will probably never know. But I know Mike Borgonzi was really highly thought of with the Jets. And the Titans move smart and fast, And I don't know what would have happened if he had to make a choice. He didn't make a choice because the Titans offered him a job and he took it. But this is so desirable. It would have been interesting to see. The organization with Amy Adams Strunk, I mean, it seems to be in a good place. And again, like, I wasn't surprised by the firing of Rand, but it was maybe a little earlier than but they recognized where they are. They have the number one pick. They have the opportunity to take a next step as an organization. These critical decisions will go a long way in determining where the next 10 years are. So if you didn't think Rand Carthon was the guy, you should definitely move on and find people you feel are better. And whether they're right or wrong, like, history will tell.
Ian Rapoport with us, national insider for NFL Network and NFL.com.
And I need to know, man, at what point for yourself do you turn off your phone and unplug from everyone?
Turn off my phone?
Do you ever get to unplug? like for your sanity, do you say, okay,
when you hold the button down and then it goes off? Is that what you mean?
Or even silent? Do you get to go on silent?
Silent. I mean, I've been a silent guy for a while, unless you're waiting for big news. And if you're waiting for big news and you just can't miss it, what you do is you turn the ringer on, you go in the contact where you think you might be getting the scoop from, and you change the text tone so it's like or like some sort of like recognizable text tone, so you know, like, oh, like, here's the text I've been waiting for. That's how you kind of do it. I don't turn my phone off. The reason is it's too stressful. My life is stressful enough. And the thought of my phone, like when they say, like, we're taking off, everyone put your phone in airplane mode. I'm like, sure, guys.
We just had that conversation last night. We just had that
airplane mode, no problem. No, it's too stressful.
Right away.
What I like to be able to do is just do this. All right, I know what it is.
Cool.
I got it. We're good. Like, yeah.
Man, like, that's got to be a whole different world. I can't even imagine that we're living in. Like,
well,
waiting on something.
It's crazy, but it's also kind of fun.
Yeah.
Sometimes you win.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get to drop some big news, like knowing that the Myles Garrett news was coming this week, and getting to break that and sort of hit send first. Those are the fun ones.
Titans got a chance in that?
Everybody's got a chance in that. Now, I don't know if the Titans are the kind of team that would be one player away.
Right.
Like, and that's the problem is, like,
they are not.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. We all know.
You're being nice. Yeah. It's okay. We talk about it a lot.
And I think, honestly, like, that's going to be, I think, really important for Mike Borgonzi and Dave Ziegler and Chad Brinker to be like, take an honest look. Where are we?
Right.
Where are we? Are we 2 years away? Are we 1 year away? Are we a quarterback away? Like, where are we? And these are, self-scouting is kind of the most important thing for a GM to understand, like, where are you and what do you actually need?
Yeah.
Who do you think goes number one overall?
I think it'll be a quarterback. I don't know enough to answer that question. I mean, initial would be like maybe Cam Ward, but like the problem is it's like quarterbacks are impossible. They really are impossible. I mean, we analyzed the last 2 years, number one versus number two, and universally around the NFL, everyone knew that Bryce Young should have gone before C.J. Stroud and that Caleb Williams should have gone before Jaden Daniels. And it looks like both of those are wrong. We'll see.
Yeah.
But it looks like on its face, after a couple years, both of those are wrong.
Yeah.
So what do we know? Obviously, we know literally nothing.
Nothing.
Ian Rapoport.
Are the Titans going to pick first? Are they actually going to pick first?
I don't know.
That's the real question.
I don't know. But that's it.
Might be a quarterback that goes first, but is it the Titans taking
and I don't know. And
notice
again,
how I asked that question.
And that's a really interesting question. Because it's like, and really, here's the only thing it depends on. It's like, if it's the Titans picking one and it's a quarterback, is this the franchise quarterback that is a generational talent and you cannot pass on him no matter what happens? That's it. That's the question. Yeah. And if the answer is, then should probably look around. If the answer is, I got to take this guy, then you're done. Then game over, and if he's Jaden Daniels, you're good for 15 years. But this is some high-stakes decisions.
Oh, yes.
It'll be great.
Right, like if they decide Shedeur Sanders no matter what, it's kind of like drafting.
Then we're done. But that's why, it's funny because, like, I don't know locally what the opinion of the Will Levis draft pick is. It's sometimes hard for me to understand what fans sort of think.
They're out on Will Levis.
That's not the question.
Completely.
That's not the question.
Okay.
The question is, was it a good draft pick?
Okay.
And I would argue it was a really good draft pick. Second rounder,
Right.
which, you hope is a starter, but really a toss-up, 45%, I think, or something like that. If it's a quarterback of the future, it's a lottery ticket. You're done. You're great. If it's not, you didn't spend a lot of money, and
That's
the draft capital's okay. So I even though it doesn't seem like he's going to be their franchise guy, I liked the pick a lot, which I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But, it's all pick versus the value of not making that select. So,
you won
and you can move on now, and it's sort of like, okay, so we lost the second rounder. Cool.
You didn't win the grand prize on the lottery ticket, but
right.
you won,
but you didn't,
$5 or a ticket.
Or you just didn't lose all your money.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like you paid for a $10 lottery ticket instead of all of your money.
Yeah. There you go.
Ian Rapoport, NFL Network, NFL.com. I know you're busy, man. Thanks for sitting down with us. Appreciate you. And if you read his X header, you'll learn that he made 7 cameos in draft day.
I did.
Really?
How cool was that experience?
7.
Well, now, just to be clear, I wasn't exactly in the script. So I was at Radio City Music Hall where the old draft used to be.
Yeah.
And if you squint, you can see me and Daniel Jeremiah in the background of 7 shots.
So you're in there.
Well, I am on screen.
Yeah.
You can see me on the screen, which is the most important part. 7 great cameos.
Great to see you, man. Appreciate your time.
Thank you guys for having me.
Great
Thanks,
job.
Rapshi.
Man, Rapshi, one of the best for sure. Definitely follow on X. Appreciate you, man. How about that? The quote from Rap Sheet that I wrote down was, "I'd have a hard time finding a better front office in the league than what the Titans have put together."
It's pretty darn good.
He also said Titans are in a good place.
So, but when we started to see them put this together, we were saying, right there on the surface, I understand what took place. And as far as the guidance that we would have as fans or people analyzing it, it was kind of shaky. But when you start putting these pieces together, it was like, you know what? This looks good. This looks like NFL ready to me.
And people want to go there.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? That tells you everything you need to know about the franchise, too, is that people want to go there.
That was big. And this is a still coveted job in the NFL.
And I think it's significant in that, Ian Rapoport made the point that he was sad to hear the news about Rand Carthon going, but that he still thinks the Titans are in a great position in terms of what they put together in the front office. And we can ask this guy about it.